Hi, I had to come on here today to talk about the interview that Elon Musk had with President Donald Trump last night. When I got on X this morning, I saw all of these negative headlines from our media about how bad the interview was. Now, if you didn't listen to the interview, you would think that Donald Trump said he was going to do something to everybody in the world. Let me tell you what it was. I sat there, and I normally don't listen to speeches or interviews, but I sat there and I listened to the entire thing, and it was really quite amazing. And I would implore any politician to say the same thing. If you want people to vote for you, then you need to address issues that are important to people. And so instead of the Democrat Party constantly bashing Donald Trump, you know what they need to do? This is what I say to them. You say the same things. You address the same issues. You address inflation. You address the war. You address freedom of speech that you guys are trying so hard to remove from everyone. When you address those same issues, or if you address those same issues, then your party platform would be about issues and not about Donald Trump. It is the weirdest thing to me, and then people fall for it. When I was reading the comments, I was like, I just listened to this whole thing, and I couldn't believe I did, but I did. I said, but you know why I listened to the whole thing? Because he talked about things that were important to Americans. Democrats, start talking about things that are important to Americans, and stop pandering. Stop saying you're going to give away something for free, and then address why you're giving everything to illegal immigrants. Talk about this illegal immigration. It's what I call the Black replacement plan. And now I know everybody's like, they're replacing everybody. Yeah, that's true. But I'm going to tell you why it's so important to us. We're now only a little between 13 and 14% of the population. They say they brought in 20 million illegal immigrants. That's one of the numbers that I've heard. And, you know, it's not confirmed. One of the numbers that I've heard, because of course they're not going to tell us how many for real. And they have no idea themselves. But when that happens, we're only over 40 million. So just think, they brought in adults, and mostly adult men, that are half of our population. Do you think that will not affect what they're going to do in our communities? Do you think that won't affect what's going to happen with schools in predominantly Black communities, Hispanic communities? Do you think that will not affect us? So I say to you, instead of you jumping on and being the party of intimidation, being the party of constant hatred, why don't you start addressing issues just like Trump did? And one of the things that he said that I thought was so important is Elon said something about the CO2 levels in the world right now. And I was so glad because, you know, that climate change thing, that's another one of the firm's things. Donald Trump says, no, the most important thing that we're facing right now is nuclear, the nuclear capacity of countries all over the world. If I cannot bring anything else home to you, let me make you understand this. If we get into a nuclear war, racism, sexism, education, all of those things will not matter. We must have a president that can sit down with Vladimir Putin, with Kim Jong-un, with Xi, all of these people with whomever is over Iran right now. We must have someone that can sit down with them and stop this war that's about to turn into World War III. Yes, they make a lot of money. The firm makes a lot of money off of war, but guess what? We won't survive it, so it will not matter. So instead of you criticizing everything that Donald Trump does, give us your policies. Tell us what you're going to do. Tell me why I need to vote for Kamala that has nothing to do with her race. I couldn't care less about her race or her gender if my whole country, the entire world, no longer exists. That's what we're looking for. Talk to us about policies, and then we'll listen.